boss of the barn, the tiny goat who took charge.
Up. Spin. Spin. Spin again.
If you've ever thought about adopting a rescue animal, let this be your gentle push. You never know how much joy, love, and unexpected leadership might come in the smallest package. Willy, our tiny goat, proved that in the most beautiful way. At first glance, Willy doesn't look like much, just a tiny little goat, the smallest animal on our farm by far. But what he lacks in size, he makes up for in personality tenfold. He struts around like he owns the place, acting like he's the boss of every creature here, from the towering horses to the chilled donkeys, and even us humans. And the craziest part, we all let him. When we brought him home, though, things were very different. My girlfriend loves goats, and since I live on a farm, it seemed like a perfect idea to adopt one. At the rescue center, there were so many to choose from, but something about Willy stood out. He was the smallest, hiding in the back, trembling with wide, anxious eyes. There was something about his fear that touched us deeply, so we took him home. At first, Willy wanted absolutely nothing to do with us. He'd bolt if we tried to get near. He was terrified of the horses, wouldn't go near them, and didn't seem comfortable anywhere. It was heartbreaking to watch him struggle, but we didn't give up. Then one day, we noticed something interesting. Willy seemed to like the donkeys. He wasn't scared of them like he was with the horses. In fact, he followed them around slowly and cautiously, but with curiosity. That was our breakthrough moment. We figured if he could trust them, maybe, just maybe, he'd learn to trust us too. We started leaving little treats for him, sitting nearby without trying to touch him, just letting him see we weren't a threat. It took time, weeks really. But one day he came up to me, all on his own, and sniffed my hand. It was the smallest gesture, but it meant the world. From that point on, everything began to change. Now, Willy's like our little shadow. He follows us around the farm, climbs up into our laps like a puppy, and insists on being part of everything we do. And his confidence? Off the charts. He'll march right up to the horses during their feeding time and try to get in on the action. He even tries to boss them around, tiny hooves stamping, head butting like he's the alpha. The horses, they're surprisingly patient. Somehow, they seem to know Willy means no harm. In fact, over time, Willy and the horses became friends, real friends. They sunbathe together. Willy climbs on top of them and gives what I can only describe as goat massages. It's absolutely hilarious and oddly heartwarming to watch this tiny animal paw at their sides like he's in charge of their relaxation. Every time we take the animals on a walk, Willy insists on being in front, leading the way like a proud little general, and the others follow. It's like they've all silently agreed. Willy's the boss, and maybe he is. But it's not all antics and bossy behavior. Willy has a soft, loving side too. He's incredibly affectionate. He'll curl up beside us for naps, nuzzle into our arms, and give us these big, trusting eyes that say, "I'm home." It's hard to believe this is the same goat who once ran from everything and everyone. These days, it feels like the entire farm revolves around him. The animals wait for him every morning, like they know the day doesn't really begin until Willy shows up. He's the spark that keeps the energy flowing, the joy that fills the space between chores and responsibilities. I think about how close we were to walking past him that day at the rescue. How easy it would have been to choose another goat, one less scared, more outgoing. But we chose Willy, or maybe he chose us. So here's my call to anyone reading this. If you're considering adopting or rescuing an animal, do it. The difference it can make, not just in their life, but in yours, is beyond words. Animals like Willy may need a little extra time, a little more patience, but what they give back is immeasurable.
Up. Spin. Spin. Spin again.
Willy didn't just become part of the farm, he became the heart of it. And to think, it all started with the tiniest goat we'd ever seen.